Can I raise this or no?
Walt,
What's up, Jim?
what's going on? Whoa,
Hey.
I didn't touch it. What's that, you guys?
All right. Let's hold on. Let's do the doors. There we go. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Well, I know for a lot of us, man, this is the first time we had a chance to see you since your family had to go through what it did. Talk to us, just kind of where you're at, man, and how you get back to some sense of normalcy in your life.
We're taking it day by day. It's a process. I mean, the process is still being tried through the judicial systems. So we're just trying to stay together. That's all we really can do. We're focusing on April 11th, and that's what is keeping us excited and motivated for the next day. Honestly, me doing my job and just trying to be there for them is all I'm trying to do. So.
Was it a difficult decision for you to say that hey, I'm ready. Let's get back to work?
At first it was. I struggled with it a little bit because I didn't want to take any attention away from her. But she tells me all the time, Daddy, it's okay. So I'm ready to get back to work.
That's awesome. But for the fight itself, man, I mean, this is a big name, it's a big opportunity for you. Where are you feeling about that as far as your professional career goes?
Pumped, man. I feel like it's where I'm supposed to be, as far as my professional career goes. I'm excited to get in there and test myself against Overeem. I looked up to him. I watched him fight before I ever put a pair of gloves on. So it's dope to get a chance to go in there and test my mettle against him. I feel like it's a fight I can win. I know I'm going to win it. And I got other forces helping me, so it's going to be fun April 11th.
It's interesting because I know what a fight fan you are, man. So, is it going to be a little bit weird, stepping in there and going, there's this icon of the sport on the other side?
I did that already with Fabricio. So it was like I had that moment with Fabricio. Now I feel like I belong here. He's just another guy to me, honestly. Realistically, I know what he's done in the sport, but it's my time. It's my turn to go do what I got to do. And I appreciate him for giving me an opportunity to come back and keep the same fight. And he's reached out to me numerous times throughout the situation, so I got nothing but respect for him.
What did you make of the fight between Overeem and
I just felt like, man, that wouldn't happen if I was in there. Honestly, you know what I mean? I feel like I present him a lot of different challenges, and it would have went down a lot different.
Well, during this hard time for you, did you feel the love from the MMA community, fans, media, people like that?
Oh man, it's been unbelievable. It's been something that I can't really put into words. Just everybody from the media to the UFC to just people around the sport that are fans of the sport. They have really wrapped their arms around my family, and I'm grateful for it. And that was a part of what played into me wanting to come back, because I want to say thank you to everybody and show them that we're still focused and we're gonna make it happen, man. I know that's what my daughter would want. She sacrificed a lot for me to be here, so I'm gonna keep pushing for her.
Absolutely. It's not the way you want to get more fans, but it seems like it has built an exponentially higher fan base for you. How good do you feel about that?
It's amazing to see the support. Of course, like you said, it's not some kind of, you don't look for that, but we're gonna make the most of it. I know my daughter would be happy, and she's proud. She's smiling down. She wants me to keep going and be happy because she knows how much I love this sport. So.
What was your first conversation with Dana White like when you were trying to make the move to come back together?
Well, I had multiple conversations with him before that. But the move to come back was pretty, just simple as, hey, late March, early April. And he said, all right, you know what I mean? Because we kind of talked before that. He was more concerned about me as a human. And that was just something that I just admired about him, how he stepped in and he was there from the word go. So coming back, I just wanted to make sure I was really ready to do it. I had people around me. My support system is super, super, super strong. So we knew we'd be ready. So.
You said your wife was there for you. What were her words to you?
Go get it, baby. That's what she said. So that's what I'm gonna do.
There's still a push for some legal change, right?
Oh yeah. We just Ania's law just passed the judicial system in Alabama. It's going to the Senate. It's moving at a rate I've never seen. For a law. The both parties have come together. There was a unanimous vote for it, which was amazing. So we're making headway on that end, and I think that's a part of the process of healing for us. Is making sure we keep her name relevant and make sure she didn't pass away in vain. And so that's the first step.
You guys have a law that can maybe go nationwide at some
Yeah,
point?
at some point I believe it could, because it's gonna give judges the discretion to deny bond. And I think with my daughter's case, I can't say a lot about it because there is a gag order, but the perpetrator or whatever you want to call him, he had a lengthy rap sheet, and a lot of people feel like he shouldn't have been on the streets, and it could happen to anybody if that's the case. So we're trying to enact something that will protect everybody. So hopefully it'll go national.
You look great. You look great. How soon were you able to get back to the full-time training?
Yeah, I'll be honest, in January we started back working as a way to kind of distract myself. My coach Chris has been there with me from day one. And he was mainly like, hey, you come back when you're ready. But I told him, I said, man, I need you guys. He's like, well, we're here. Come back. So I started working in January, not every day like I'm doing now, but like gradually, probably 3-4 days a week. We go in, we train, we do different things. And then it just kind of morphed into a feeling of like, man, I need to get back on the, on the scene. And I think that's what my daughter would really, really, really want. So.
Yeah, I commend you for being able to just get
Thank
up
you.
and face the day each and every day.
Thank you.
We spoke with DC a few days ago, and I didn't get a chance to ask him. Did he ever reach out to you? Because he obviously
I didn't really speak to him personally, but he sent his condolences via social media and things like that. I never heard from him personally, though.
Was there ever a time at all where you just said, maybe I can't come back?
Yeah, definitely. There was points where I felt like even thinking about fighting was, taken away from her. I didn't want it to be about me. I wanted it to be about solely my daughter, and I just felt like fighting was the last thing on my mind. I took a real big back step away from the sport. I think the first fight I watched was the December 7th fight, Overeem and Rosenstruck, and that was more so to just absorb the energy that the UFC put into keeping my daughter's name alive. I wanted to say, I got a chance to witness it and see it, and I was moved by it. My wife was moved by it, my whole family. So yeah, that was kind of what I was doing at that time.
The word normalcy was used when, could you ever get back to normalcy? For those of us who haven't experienced this, is normalcy ever possible?
No, as far as normalcy meaning, fighting or
just in life.
Life, no. I mean, you lose a child. I will never be the same. But I've tried to sum it up in this way. That I had two options. I could go south or I can go north, and I chose to go north because I know that that's what she would want. That's the type of person she was. She was my guiding light, you know what I mean? She was my strength. And if I fall off, if I, don't ever fight again, I think she'd be upset about it because she sacrificed so much. My wife sacrificed so much. My other kids sacrificed so much for me to even get to the point of having a main event, to fight an idol, you know what I mean? So I would never stop, just because of what I'm going through. I think it's motivating me. It's propelling me to be great. So I'm ready.
Sometimes when rounds fall through, they never come back. Obviously, you got Kareem again. How happy you that sort of situation?
Super excited about it. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm ready to fight anybody in the division. I've been saying that since day one, but I'm glad that Overeem accepted the fight. I'm grateful, to be honest, because some guys said they didn't want to fight me ever because of the situation, and I respected that, but it was at the same time, it's business, it's my job, and I thank Overeem for coming back and taking the time to run it back with me. Well, not run it back, but give me the opportunity to do what I got to do. So.
Well, have you ever been in an arena when you were fighting and family there?
Yeah. Oh man, the support for this one I think is going to be bigger than I've ever had. My family's traveling. My family always travels, but I got friends and I got a lot of people coming, just to support in general. So it's going to be fun. Oh yeah, she was at my last fight in San Antonio actually, which was powerful. Just her being there, you know what I mean, I wanted 12 seconds. You know what I mean? So like my mindset was on a whole different plane then because my baby girl was actually in the crowd. I carry her with me every day, and going through this, I think April 11th is going to be magical.
Naturally, the focus is on everything that's happened with this tragedy. But when you look towards the end of this year, and you look towards the things that you want to accomplish with activism in your career, what do you think that people will be talking about a year from now? And what you could be doing for both of those things?
I mean, at the end of the year, I feel like, anything that's promoting awareness toward her is what I'm about. Fighting is something that I do. I love it, but my mission has always been to provide for my kids, be a light for my kids, and it's taking on a new meaning now, especially with her situation. So at the end of the year, I'm looking at our nonprofits and things like that. Like, fighting is important. I want to be a champion still. Don't get me twisted, because that's what she wants. But we're gonna see where we're just taking it, like I said, day by day. So I really can't speak honestly to where I think it's gonna be.
All the best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank y'all.